Hello everyone. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of movement. So we'll start with some yoga, and in between I'm going to give you a few kind of movement explorations, movement ideas and tasks to play around with. So we're going to start just start seated. I moved my mat just because I kind of want to just be on the floor, but if you want to stay on your mat, feel free. So we're just going to start seated. So make yourself comfortable. Arms down by your sides. Feel free to close your eyes and take a few moments to notice your breath. So noticing the movement of the breath in and out of the nose. The movement of the breath into the lungs, and how that affects the rest of your body. Can you feel your breath all the way down to your fingertips, all the way down to your toes? And from here, we're going to inhale. Think of lifting your chest, opening up, looking up. Exhale, round through the spine and really roll off the sit bones. Inhale to lift, and imagining that your belly, your core is moving you. Exhale to round. So really waking up through the midsection. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, circle the arms high. Exhale, bring them down by your sides. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good. This time, inhale, bring the arms up by your side. Exhale, let them drop. Good. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, let them drop. Good. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Feel free to exhale through your mouth. Inhale, maybe make a sound. Exhale, drop. Good. Take a moment, eyes closed. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Good. From here, extending the legs out in front of you. Legs just comfortably out in front of you. You're going to lean back into your hands. And just kind of gently begin to move side to side. Maybe the knees bend a little bit, kind of massaging the booty into the floor. If you're on your mat, massaging it into the mat. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So as we move and I give you little movement ideas and cues, remember there's no right or wrong way. Don't feel like you have to do what I'm doing. Maybe extending the legs a little bit. Maybe bending the knees, lifting the feet up off the mat a little bit. And really again, moving from the center. Pushing the floor away with the hands. I did a dance class yesterday, and the teacher talked about, imagine that you're moving through honey, so there's some resistance as you move, and what does that feel like in your body? So a little bit longer, just rocking side to side, maybe bending the knees, stretching the knees, massaging the butt into the floor. Nice. And then coming up onto the hands and knees. And we'll do our cat and cow here. So inhale, let the belly drop towards the floor, reach the chest forward, look forward and up. Exhale, push the floor away and round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Let's go a little bit faster with that movement. So rounding and arching a little bit faster than you might usually do in a yoga class. Building up some heat. Noticing your breath. Nice. And then moving in any which way that you'd like. Circling the rib cage, head, pelvis. Bending through the elbows. Finding a wiggle. Starting off at a moderate tempo, not too fast, not too slow. Maybe pulling the hips back to the heels. So again, finding your pathway through this movement. And then again, we're going to start to go a little bit faster, wiggling a little bit faster. And there's no right or wrong. Just notice what your impulse is and see if you can go with your impulse. Whatever that first impulse is, notice if you can follow it through. Faster, a little faster again, building some more heat. Using the breath. Nice. And then pausing in your tabletop, hands and knees. And let's take the right arm and imagine that you're reaching back, making a nice big circle with the right arm and then with the left. So switching right and left. Big circle, maybe you're following the hand with your gaze. Nice. And now as you do it, imagine that you're scooping something. How does that change how the movement feels? Now let's reverse, circle back and forward. Again, imagine that you're scooping something. Nice. Beautiful. Good. Allow the torso to respond to the movement at the arms. Last one. Nice. On the hands and knees, taking the right leg, circling the right knee up and around. Big circles. Using the breath. You might want to look back at the foot. So your head and torso is moving as well. Big circles with that knee. Nice. And then bring the knee directly behind you, foot up to the ceiling. Reach back with the left hand. Kick back into the left hand, lift the chest. Stretch, breathe here. 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Left knee, big circles with the left knee. Allowing the torso to react and move. Maybe following the foot with your gaze, so you have a focal point. Going as fast or as slow as you'd like. And even when I give you cues, if I say big and small, still feel free to do what you'd like to do. They're more so ideas as opposed to direct things that you have to do. So circling in the other direction a few times. Big circles. Nice, and then bringing the knee directly behind you. Right arm reaches back. Kick back into the foot. Lift the chest. And gently release. Big toes together, hips back. to the heels. Let's take a child's pose. Take a moment here to notice the heartbeat. Notice your breath. Feel the floor beneath you. Let's take one steady inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Nice, and come back up onto the hands and knees. Let's curl the toes under. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's walk our dog, pedal the feet. And as we walk through the feet, let's also walk through the hands. So lifting one hand, lifting the other. Nice. And finding your down dog. From here, let's ripple forward to our plank. And whatever ripple means to you, see if you can find a sense of whatever ripple means to you in your body. So rippling forward to your plank. And then rippling back to your downward dog. And rippling forward, pushing the floor away. And rippling back. A few more times just like that. Nice. And again, forward to plank. And back. Pausing in our down dog, taking another breath. Steady breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Nice. This time, let's inhale forward to plank. Feel free to lower the knees. Exhale, let the hips keep going and lift the chest. So now we're in either a cobra with the knees down or an upward dog with the toes curled under. And then you're going to pull back to your downward facing dog. Push the floor away. So let's do that. Let's do that one more time. Pulling forward to the plank, letting the hips keep going, lift the chest. Exhale, push the floor away, back to your down dog. If you'd like to add a bit of a wiggle, we're going to do it 2 more times. You can either do the plain one or add a wiggle. So if you're adding a wiggle, just moving in any way that you'd like, making your way down to that cobra or upward dog shape. And when you're in that shape, keep moving. Maybe through the shoulders, through the rib cage, and then pulling your way back to your downward dog. If you're adding that wiggle, keep going one more time. Keep the breath steady. And then pulling your way back to your down dog. Once you're back in your down dog, taking a breath out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice. Let's walk feet to the hands, hang forward over the legs. Slight bend in the knees. Gently sway side to side. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. Maybe allow one knee to bend, the other knee to bend. Nice, and then settling somewhere in the middle. Let's bend the knees. Nice deep knee bend. As low as you can, keeping the heels on the floor, and then stretch. Now as you stretch, think of pulling yourself closer to the legs, pulling the crown head closer to the floor. Bend the knees and stretch. Pull yourself closer to the legs, head closer to the floor without using the arms. And bend. And stretch, pulling. And bend. Beautiful. And stretch. Pausing here, taking a moment. Again, without using the hands, think of pulling yourself closer to the legs. Head closer to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Nice. Slight bend in the knees. Roll up to standing. Nice and slow. Head will be the last thing to come up. Circle the arms high. Give yourself a big stretch. Looking up to the sky. Exhale, arms down and roll down. Nice. Bend the knees. And stretch. And roll up. A little bit faster this time. Circle the arms high. Circle the arms down. And roll down. Nice. Bend the knees. And stretch. And roll up. Good. Circle the arms high. Bring them down. And roll down. Good. This time, inhale, come to a flat back. Long spine, hands can be to the shins or maybe to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. This time, reach the arms in line with your ears. Hold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, arms to the ears. And come up with that flat back, reach the arms forward. Good, let's reverse that. Hinging forward, arms forward, flat back. Go as low down as you can and then round forward over the legs. Again, think of pulling yourself to the legs. Good. Again, flat back, arms reach forward. And come up. Last time, flat back, reach the arms forward. Think of coming onto the balls of the feet so your weight is forward. And then round. Take a moment here again, sway side to side. Just fold it over the legs. Maybe bending one knee, maybe bending the other. And let's roll up. Take a moment. Close the eyes. Feel your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Nice. Let's begin to just kind of rock your weight side to side. You can kind of walk your feet a little wider. Rock side to side. Imagine that you're really pushing down into the floor. Pushing through into the earth. Pushing down. What does that feel like? The arms can do whatever. They could be up, making circles, just down, swaying, whatever feels appropriate. Now, we're pushing down. Now what happens when we think of pulling ourselves up? How does that feel different? Again, how does that feel in your body? Don't necessarily try to make the shapes that I might be making. How does that feel? How does that pushing down versus pulling up? How does the body move slightly differently? Okay, and let's go back to pushing down. Down, 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 moving through something sticky. Down, good. And now we're pulling up. Something above us is pulling us up. Nice. From And the inner thigh is pulling up. Good. Nice. Come to center. Let's bring the feet closer together. And let's come into a tree pose. So bring your right foot to tree. Be down at your ankle, inner thigh, knee, inner calf. Let's bring the hands to heart center. If you'd like to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes. If you need to, you can use your arms to help you balance, extend them out to the sides. If your eyes are closed, you can open them now. So just let the arms come down. You're going to release that right leg. We're going to do a bit of balancing. Release the right leg and begin to kind of think of the foot carving a path close to the floor. So imagine that you're drawing with the foot just above the floor. The drawing can go behind you. It can be close to you. It could be far away from you. You could be drawing with the heel. You could be drawing with the toe or the side of the foot. So take one or two of those ideas and play around with that. The supporting leg can bend. It can be straight. The torso can definitely lean. Nice. The arms are just there to help you stay balanced. Good. And then what happens if we try to draw off the floor a little bit? Not too high. So you're drawing a kind of squiggly line with the foot. Again, heel, maybe the toe. Good. A little bit longer. What if we make this drawing go a little bit faster? Can we keep our balance? Lean however we need to keep on the leg. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. And we'll switch sides. Coming into tree with the left leg high. Finding your tree. Remember, your tree could be down here. Find a tree that you can balance in. And when we continue to do the kind of tracing, maybe you have to hold on to something. Yeah? So let's bring the hands to heart center. Maybe challenging the balance by closing the eyes. Maybe you need to use your arms to help you balance. Arms out to the sides, that's fine too. Nice, and then when you're ready, opening the eyes if you have them closed. Bring the arms down by your sides, bringing the left foot to the floor and begin to do your drawing. Nice and close to the floor. Making a squiggly line. The squiggly line could stay close to you. The squiggly line could be far away from you. You could be drawing with the heel or with the toe. So the foot doesn't have to be actually on the floor, just close to the floor so that you can still move with ease. You're not getting stuck kind of sticking to the floor. Maybe the inside of the foot tries to draw something. The outside of the foot tries to draw something. And you're moving through something kind of sticky, so there's some resistance there. And then we lift that drawing off the floor a little bit, a few inches. Keep going. Nice. Beautiful, guys. Good. Then we start to go a little bit faster with that drawing. If you need to, you can come back to doing it on the floor as you go faster. Maybe holding on to something if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a deep inhale, circle arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, dive forward. Inhale, rolling up. Arms circle high. Exhale, bend the knees, dive forward. Let's stay forward on the legs. Take a breath here. Beautiful. Let's bend the knees and open the feet a little wider so you sit down into a squat. Take a moment here. If you need to sit on something, feel free. Maybe a few pillows if you have blocks. And if you can, just kind of move around. If you really can't sit down low, sitting on a chair, kind of at the edge of a chair. And see how much movement you can bring through the torso here. So think of rocking side to side with the torso. Maybe letting the head lead. So the head is the first thing. And letting the legs follow. So it's okay if the legs kind of cave in. Nice. Hopefully finding some new ways to move, maybe moving out of the squat a little bit. Nice. Coming back to the squat, taking a breath. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Think long spine. Take a breath. Slow down the inhale. Let's slow down the exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Slow breath out through the nose. Nice. Let's make our way down to the floor. So onto your back. Good. Hug the knees into your chest. Slight rock side to side. Good. Feeling yourself grounded into the floor beneath you. Feeling that connection to the earth. And let's extend the legs. And the legs are going to be a little bit wide. And extend the arms overhead. Again, the arms are going to be a little bit wide. And then you're going to reach the right foot across to the left side until you come into a twist. So just keep reaching through that right toe. Keep the right hand grounded, so you're not going to roll all the way over. You're just going to reach through the right toe. Right arm stays grounded. Keep reaching the right toe over to the left side. Reach up through the right arm in opposition. If the right shoulder is off the mat, let's ground the right shoulder. Ground the right side of the rib cage. Ground the right hip. And the leg comes back. Switching to the other side. Left toe pulls us over to the right. Left hand stays grounded. Pull, pull, pull through the left toe. Breathing, reaching, so it's quite active. You're reaching through that left leg out through the left toe and grounding through the left hand to the floor. Nice. Feel that opposition of reaching in one direction and pulling in the other. And then from here, grounding the left shoulder, if it's not already down. Grounding the left side of the rib cage, the left hip, and the leg. Good. Just bring the hands to the belly. One hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Let the legs be comfortable. If you'd like to bend the knees, feel free. And breathe into the hands. And finding that sense of drop in the body, like you're just falling into the ground. The muscles are melting off the bones. There is no tension. What is tension? And more so than an ideal that we have to meet, how do these ideas and cues and words affect your internal sensations, which might be completely different than someone else's? So getting to know ourselves, not by meeting some external standard, but by noticing our own reactions to cues and to tasks and to ideas that we're presented with. What is our initial spark? What does that tell us about ourselves? Are we able to commit to that initial idea, spark that comes, or do we second guess ourselves? Again, there's no right or wrong in the answer. It's just noticing what is the process that we go through when we're met with whatever we're met with in a movement class and then also in life, right? So we'll take these a couple more minutes just to rest here. Let everything sink in. When you're ready, begin to bring some movement back into the body. And kind of peel yourself off the floor, rolling to one side. And coming up to a comfortable seat. We'll bring the hands to heart center, bow the head. Take a breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in. Let it all go. This last time, feel free to make a sound, really let everything out. Take a deep breath in. No one can hear you. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. One love. Namaste.